You're listening to the ESO Network, your station for all things geek.
Welcome to episode 124 of the Soulforge podcast.
Welcome to the Soulforge, a place of silent mystery, quiet contemplation, and outright mayhem. Join your host, Sean Vanderloo, as he guides you through the adventures of living. Together, we'll talk about life and love, sex and dating, joy and heartache, memories and loss, and so much more. Don't worry, it's not nearly as pretentious as it sounds. Get ready for life, the universe, and everything on the Soulforge.
Hey gang, welcome back to another exciting episode of Soulforge with your host, me, Sean Vanderloo. I have got a fun episode for you today. I figured I'd get in a string of fun, lighthearted episodes for a while. It's been pretty heavy around here as of late, so guess what? We're right now in the middle of some fun, light episodes for your listening pleasure, and I can't wait to hear your reactions. All the emails that I've been getting from you folks have been fantastic. If you've forgotten, the email address is soulforgepodcast@gmail.com. Love to get some more from you. Love to read your feedback on the show one of these days. That's what I'd like to do. I'd like to do a feedback episode. Maybe that'll come up in the near future. But what are we doing today? Well, as you can tell by my clever title, we're going to be talking about memes. And why are we doing that? Because at the end of every episode, I always end with an "and remember," which is some kind of a funny anecdote or a life lesson or something just kind of poignant. It got me thinking, you know what, I talk a lot about these memes and just end all the shows with them, but I've never actually had an entire episode about memes. And then I was going through my camera roll, my phone pictures and whatnot, and all the memes that I've saved, and I've got quite a few of them. And then I was thinking, you know what, I've got a whole album on Facebook all about memes, and the album is called Motivation Station. And this came about early 2016, because of course, as we all know, I found myself single and out of a marriage middle of 2015. So in 2016, after the end of 2015, and I had gone through my heartbreak and my heartache and my healing journey and the process of recovery and all that good stuff, I started annoying people by posting as many memes as I could. Didn't annoy them on purpose. It was basically to remind myself that I was okay without my significant other, and I wanted other people to maybe be motivated as well. So that's what we're going to be talking about this week. And of course, as you all know, every episode has a promo for another podcast here on the ESO network. So what I thought I would do, instead of talking about a bunch of memes and then forgetting to play the promo, I'll play it right now, and then we'll continue on and talk about the memes.
Armed with a queer woman's perspective, the Terminus Doctor Who podcast brings you passionate geekery for the world of Doctor Who, covering both the new and classic series. Come check out the Terminus Doctor Who podcast at terminus.libsyn.com, or come look for us on iTunes or your other favorite podcatchers as part of the ESO network. The Terminus Doctor Who podcast. Queer, opinionated, Whovian, female.
So how about that promo? Wasn't that awesome? Aren't you going to go check out that podcast as soon as you're done listening to Soulforge? Of course you are. Okay, so let's get into the memes. And once again, this was started in February of 2016, and I added them for a few months until I stopped. And why did I stop? Well, I think I found Instagram and then started posting them on there and talking about them at the end of different Soulforge podcast episodes. So I didn't really need to save them anymore. But anyway, here we go. And if you're following me on Facebook, you can just go to my albums, and this one is called Motivation Station, so you can see all the pictures that go along with it as well. So the first one is a picture of a little white kitty cat with pretty blue eyes, and the cat looks sad. The caption says, "The only thing wrong with you is your belief that something is wrong." So what does that say? That basically tells us that you know what? Everything's okay. So stop feeling bad. The next one is, looks like a swirl of the universe, and they all end in hands, and it says, trust the universe. Trust the process. The universe has your back. She always does. So what does that mean? I basically take it to mean that have faith that everything's going to work out for the best. I don't know if that's true, but you got to have faith that it does. This one says, it's better to know and be disappointed than to never know and always wonder. So what that tells me is that sometimes you just have to go for it. Stop wondering, stop thinking about it, stop delaying your decision-making process. Just go, find out. Maybe it'll work out, maybe it won't. But at least you stopped worrying about it. And then we have a picture of some mountains, and it says, don't be afraid to fail, be afraid not to try. And I think that goes along with the last one that basically says, get out there and do what you can. Don't let fear stop you. Oh, here's one. It says, just be yourself, and someone will find everything they've ever wanted. So yeah, just do you. Don't try to be somebody that you're not, because who you are is exactly what someone is looking for. If your dreams don't scare you, they aren't big enough. I don't know if I like that one as much as I might have at the time. Basically, I guess it says you need to keep searching, keep reaching, keep climbing that mountain. So if your dreams don't scare you, they aren't big enough, keep dreaming, keep going, just keep on, just keep doing it, I guess. I don't know. I didn't write these things. Next one says, if it's both terrifying and amazing, then you should definitely pursue it. Is that true? I don't know anymore. It might be. So if it's both terrifying and amazing, you should pursue it. Yeah, don't let your fear stop you, because you might be in for something wonderful. So yeah, I'll go with that one. I like this one. That's good. Are you guys feeling motivated yet? Hope so. Next one. You were born to do more than just go to work, pay bills, and die. And yeah, you were. Get out there and do something fun, exciting, and adventurous. Don't just live a life of routine. That's something that I have to tell myself fairly often. Because you can get stuck in a rut. Just pay your bills, go to work, and that's it. And that's why this year, 2019, was the year of road trips, and I went and did things that I normally wouldn't do. Because you know what? Sometimes you just gotta. And the next one says, you only get one chance at life. Make it a good one. And I think that pretty much goes along with what I just said. Don't get stuck in your rut. Don't get stuck in your routine. Keep searching. Keep doing the things. Have fun. Live your life. All right, here's a nice fun wordy one. And I think it goes along with exactly what we're saying. So I might have been in some kind of a kick about getting things done and doing the things that you're afraid of. So this one says, if you allow yourself to be trapped in the handcuffs of fear and worry, how do you ever expect to be free to conquer your dreams? Break those cuffs, conquer those fears, and don't settle until your dreams become reality. So yeah, that basically says everything that I've just been talking about. Get out of your rut and do the things. Break the handcuffs of mediocrity and routine. Get out of the rut and go. Have fun. Live your life. Next up we have, worry is like a rocking chair. It will give you something to do, but it won't get you anywhere. So that's a fun thought, isn't it? Sure, you're doing something, you're worrying, but while you're busy worrying, life is passing you by. So once again, break those handcuffs and get the heck out of there. Go now, do it, go. Oh, here's a fun one. If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. And it says Milton Berle said that. Go out there and make things happen. You can't wait around forever. Sometimes you just have to go and make it a reality on your own. If plan A doesn't work, the alphabet has 25 more letters. Stay cool. So that basically tells you that, hey, if it didn't work out the first time, you can keep trying. You don't have to give up. And I think that's something that we all need to hear more of. Because a lot of times, and I find this with kids these days, especially my son, if he's not perfect the first time, then he doesn't want to do it. But you just have to keep going back to the drawing board. Keep trying. Nobody's perfect. You can't be perfect the first time. It takes 10,000 hours to be an expert at something. So yeah, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and all the rest. Keep going. This is a nice picture of a long stretch of road, and it says, good things are coming your way. Now, if that doesn't motivate you in some small way, are you dead inside? I don't really know, because good things are coming your way. Yes, they are. You just gotta believe. Next on the list is a pretty simple one. Just says, never give up.
Never give up. Never surrender.
Pretty much that's all there is to it, right? Don't give up. Keep going. And related to that one is the next meme that says, you don't have to go fast, you just have to go. So do that. Never give up and just go. Doesn't matter your speed, just keep going. Guys, girls, folks, Soul Forgers, I'm feeling so motivated. I haven't gone through these memes in forever, so this is just working like so good, so well. I hope you guys are feeling it too. Here's one. You are going to want to give up. Don't. Good advice. Definitely good advice. Don't give up. Next one says, remember the time you thought that you could not survive? You did. And you can do it again. And it's true. You can survive. You can survive anything. If you're listening to this podcast, you've survived 100% of your days so far. So if that doesn't give you something to smile about, I don't know what else I can say. Let's see what the next meme says. One day, someone is going to hold you like you've never been held and love you like you've never been loved. Doesn't that get you right in the cockles of your heart? Someone is going to hold you like you've never been held and love you like you've never been loved. And that's true. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a good thing. It just means it's going to be unlike anybody else. So you can take that either positively or negatively. I shall leave that up to you. Next one says, within you is the power to rise above any situation or struggle and transform into the brightest, strongest version of you ever. And it's a picture of a butterfly. And we all know that butterflies come from caterpillars. You can struggle and rise and transform into the best version of you. So yeah, it's all very true. You can do that. You have my permission. Here we go. Have patience with all things, but first of all, with yourself. And I think that's good advice. Be patient with yourself. You'll get there eventually. Everybody's speed is different, so there's no need to rush. And here's a picture of 3 hands, and they're holding a rope. The first one says, sometimes holding on, and the hand is all red and looks like it's getting bloody. And then the second one says, does more damage, and the hand is let go and it's less red. And then the last hand has totally let go of the rope, and it says, then letting go. So sometimes holding on does more damage than letting go. So sometimes we have to give up what we thought we wanted in order to live a more healthy life. So let go. If it's not healthy, if it's not good for you, then it's not meant to be. Or maybe it is meant to be. And hold on tighter. Who knows? This is just a meme. You don't have to take my word for it. This is for entertainment purposes only. So do what you feel is right. Anyway, next meme says, you don't have to explain yourself to anyone. It's your life. Live it in whatever way is best for you. Yeah, and that's pretty much what I just said. You don't have to explain yourself to anybody. So do what you want. Just don't hurt anybody else. That's my only advice. You can, but you might go to jail. So just be you. Do your thing. Be a good person. Be happy. Here's a good one. You're a diamond, dear. They can't break you. Diamonds are hard. One of the hardest substances on earth, if not the hardest. That's what you are. You're a diamond. Nobody's going to hurt you unless you let them. So shine. Shine bright like a diamond. Although that's not right. That's a song lyric, and diamonds actually reflect. But you get the point, right? Yeah, you do. So don't let them break you. Here's one. This is a silly one. It says, the reason good men are hard to find is because they're usually busy working. And I must have needed that at the time whenever I shared it, because people are always saying a good man is hard to find. I don't know. Is that true? There's lots of good guys out there. Anyway, moving on. Why struggle to open a door between us when the whole wall is an illusion? Rumi said that. He's one of those guys you always see on memes. Rumi. I think he was a Buddhist or something. So why struggle to open a door between us when the whole wall is an illusion? Everything's an illusion. There is no distance between us. Let's connect on a deep fundamental level. soulforgepodcast@gmail.com.
Hello, I'm Daniel Peter Hitch, author of the Bubbles the Pirate children's book series and the Connected Worlds Chronicles. You're listening to the Soul Forge podcast. Keep forging your soul.
Here's a picture of a rhinoceros, and it says, real unicorns have curves. I don't know who I was trying to motivate that day, but it's a powerful image. Next up, mistakes have the power to turn you into something better than you were before. That's only if you learn from your mistakes. That's important. My grandfather always used to say, learn from the mistakes of others because you'll never have time to make them all yourself. And I think I proved him wrong because I've made quite a bit of my own mistakes. I've also learned from the mistakes of others. But yeah, there's definitely time to make your own mistakes. And am I getting better? Certainly trying. Here's one, and it's called Pareto's Law, and it says, focus on the 20% of tasks that benefit you the most. And it shows that 80% of the stuff is just garbage, and just focus on the small little bits. You don't need to worry about the whole picture. Just focus on a small portion and do that to the best of your ability, I guess. And Johnny Depp apparently said, just keep moving forward and don't give a shit about what anybody thinks. Do what you have to do for you. Yeah, you know what? That's right. Do what you need to do for yourself. Don't worry about what everybody else is thinking or doing. Just do you. And I think that's what most of these things are actually saying. And here's a picture of a couple embracing, and it says, find someone who wants you as much as you want them. And I think that just means, basically, you should want somebody as much as they want you. There shouldn't be an unequal amount of attraction between you guys. If you're not getting the signals back that you want, move on, find somebody who will give you those signals. And the next one says, there are some people who could hear you speak 1,000 words and still not understand you. And there are others who will understand without you even speaking a word. So that means some people will just get you, and some people won't, no matter what you do. Find your tribe. Find your people. Find those who understand you. Don't explain yourself over and over and over again to people who just don't get it. Here's a good one. A bird is safe in its nest, but that is not what its wings are made for. I like that. However, this meme has the apostrophe in the its. It should just be ITS, not IT apostrophe S. That's just my English major nitpicky coming out, but still, the message stands. A bird is safe in its nest, but that's not what its wings are made for. So go on. Leave your comfort zone and fly free. That's what you need to do. Oh, here's one. If the woman you love doesn't know she's beautiful, you're an asshole. I don't need to comment on that any further. Just make sure the people that you love know that you love them. The key to happiness is letting each situation be what it is instead of what you think it should be. The key to happiness is letting each situation be what it is instead of what you think it should be. So don't try to impose your will on the universe. That won't work. It never does. Just go with the flow. And here's a good one for you. If you don't have the confidence, you will always find a way not to win. And that basically says, if you don't think it's going to happen, it's not going to happen because you'll find a way to make it not work. Oh, here's a powerful message, gang. Sometimes when someone exits your life, they are doing a favor. They leave an empty space for someone who deserves to be there. So don't be sad when somebody goes away. That just means somebody else is going to come and fill the spot. And it could be someone so much better. Oh, and this one goes along with the one from a few back. It says, accept the situation for exactly what it is instead of trying to manipulate it into what you think it needs to be. And I've had to learn that lesson once or twice because I'm always trying to fix things and make it how I think it should be, and it never works. Just let it be. Accept it for what it is. Sean. Try Life said, always remember you are braver than you believe, stronger than you think, and twice as beautiful as you've ever imagined. I don't have to explain that one. I got another one here. It's looks like somebody spray painted on a wall. I can't do it, but there's a image of a hand with a paintbrush covering up the T. So I can do it. Turn your can'ts into cans. It's better to walk alone than with a crowd going in the wrong direction. So even if everybody else is doing it, if you know it's wrong, don't do it. Stand your ground. Go the way you feel it should go. Oh, this is simple. Today is a good day to have a good day. Right? It's always a good day to have a good day. So do that. Have a good day, gang. Oh, here's a field of flowers, and it says, hope is a decision. Yeah, I guess it is. And eventually, soulmates meet, for they have the same hiding place. Is that true? I don't know. But I guess we're all meant to have a soulmate. That must be true, because we're on the Soul Forge podcast, right? You can hide, but your soulmate's going to find you. I don't know if that's creepy or not. Oh, this is a fun one. I've always liked this. It's a picture of a matchbook, or a box of matches, and it says, may the bridges I burn light the way. So they always say never burn your bridges, but in this, it's taking an opposite approach. The fires from the bridges are lighting your path. Think about that for a moment.
Everyone these days could use a little support, and your friends at the ESO Network are no different. With the ESO Network Patreon, the cool thing is when you help support us, it's you who will benefit. With 4 tiers starting for as little as 25 cents a week, you can listen to some of your favorite network podcasts early, hear exclusive content, maybe get some ESO swag, or even possibly take a shot at the geek seat. All you need to do is sign up at patreon.com/ESO Network.
Okay, next one. There is nothing more rare nor more beautiful than a woman being unapologetically herself, comfortable in her perfect imperfection. To me, that is the true essence of beauty. Dr. Steve Marshall, whoever the heck that is, said that. Oh, wait, no, not Marshall. Maraboli. Dr. Steve Maraboli. Okay, so I agree with you, Steve-O. A woman being unapologetically herself is beautiful. I totally agree. That's all I can say. Here's a picture of a kid in a box, and his shadow shows Iron Man, and it says, all that matters is how you see yourself. That's a good, powerful message and an image. You guys should definitely be following me on Facebook and checking out these memes on the Motivation Station album. And then it's got a picture of, on the next one, the legs of 2 people, and the guy is raising his hand to the air. The caption says, how amazing it is to find someone who wants to hear about all the things that go on in your head. Yes, it's true. That is the definition of true intimacy as far as I'm concerned. Sharing all the things inside your head. Oh, here's a picture of a girl who looks sad and lonely on a bench, and it says, when you reach the end of your rope, tie a knot in it and hang on. So yeah, never give up. David Vox said, maturing is realizing how many things don't require your reaction. Yeah, and the people on the internet and on chat boards and comment sections really need to understand that. Not everything needs your input. And then I think I shared this one because my brother Curtis was always commenting on how I was being positive and stuff, and it was getting annoying. So I said, I would rather be annoyingly positive and optimistic than destructively negative and hateful. Let's have more positivity in the world, gang. Okay, here's a picture of a butterfly, and it says, your time as a caterpillar has expired. Your wings are ready. So that means you're ready. You can live this life. Go on, do the things. Oh, go the extra mile. It's never crowded. Yeah, that means not everybody's living up to their potential, but you should be, and you could be. So do that. Next one is a guy standing on a pile of things like cameras and cars and trophies and awards and other things. And it says, shit, I'm still not happy. So happiness doesn't come from the stuff that you buy. Happiness comes from within. You have to be happy with who you are and not the stuff that you have, I guess. You are worthy. Stop saying that you're too old or too damaged or too fat or too broke. Just stop. So that one says, basically, to stop giving yourself the negative talk. The things inside your head are who you are. So you're not too old, too damaged, too fat, too broke, any of that stuff. You're not none of those negative things. You can just do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Oh, stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. Yeah, that's true. And I don't know if I've got this one in here or not, but it's the same thing as never get burned by the same flame twice. If something didn't make you happy in the first place, you're not going to find happiness there at all. So don't go back to your ex. Next up says, the time will pass anyway. You can either spend it creating the life you want or spend it living the life you don't want. The choice is yours. I couldn't say it better myself. Next one. The dreams you dream each night are your connections to the universal consciousness. It's good to pay attention to them. So yeah, if you can remember your dreams, great. Figure that stuff out. Next up, peace is found on the inside. Where have you been looking? Aha! Don't look to the external. Look to the internal. That's where you'll find the answers. Here's a picture of a candle, and it says, never be afraid to let your light shine, especially when you feel like you are in the darkness. So don't dampen who you are. Be that light the world needs. And Thomas Edison said, I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Yeah, see? And he made the light bulb. And sure, he found all kinds of ways that it didn't work out, but eventually he did. So never give up, guys. Never give up.
Never give up. Never surrender.
Oh, here's a fun one. The ship that you're waiting for to come in may very well be the ship that you need to build. Oh, man, you're going to have to put in some work and some effort. You're going to have to build the ship. You can't just wait around all your life. Wow. Get out there and do the things, guys. That's what most of these are saying. Oh, once you learn how to create your own happiness, no one can take it from you. Yes, true. Be happy on the inside. Okay, the first step of change is to become aware of your own bullshit. Yep, true. Sometimes when you're in a dark place, you think you've been buried, but you've actually been planted. Yep, also true. Don't compare your life to others. You have no idea what their journey is all about. That's right, pay attention to your own self. No one is in charge of your happiness except you. Yep, also true. You can let the external world influence what's going on, but only you can choose how you're going to react. Let your weird light shine bright so the other weirdos know where to find you. Yeah, exactly. Don't dampen your spirit. You'll find your people. Oh, here's a picture of Steve Jobs, and it says, think different. I've always liked that. Difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. True. You don't drown by falling in the water, you drown by staying there. I guess that's true, isn't it? Quit being stuck in your rut and get the heck out of the water and just swim and do the things and go to see the places and the people and have fun. This is a nice one that I've always liked when I started reading about Zen and Buddhism and stuff. It says, everything that happens to me is the best thing that could ever happen to me. And what that basically says is that whatever you're going through is to teach you something. So don't be sad, don't be unhappy, don't be upset. Realize that the universe is trying to teach you something. Everything that happens to me is the best thing that could ever happen to me. I really like that. And Robert Frost said, the best way out is always through. So just keep going. Don't let your fears make decisions for you. That's right. And Buddha said, there is no path to happiness. Happiness is the path. And I guess that's true. And here's a guy holding onto a bunch of barbed wire, and it says, don't cling to a mistake just because you spent a lot of time making it. That's true. Don't keep investing time in things that are hurting you. It's better to let go. Chalk up the fact that you wasted the time, but now you can do other things. Oh, they tried to bury us. They didn't know we were seeds. See, no matter what life throws at you, you can grow from it. And here we have something that says, a year from now, you'll wish you had started today. So don't put off your dreams. Just start working on them. Here's a long one. Be present. Make love. Make tea. Avoid small talk. Embrace conversation. Buy a plant and water it. Make your bed. Make someone else's bed. Have a smart mouth and quick wit. Run. Make art. Create. Swim in the ocean. Swim in the rain. Take chances. Ask questions. Make mistakes. Learn. Know your worth. Love fiercely. Forgive quickly. Let go of what doesn't make you happy. Grow. It's all pretty good advice. Oh, here's one. These mountains that you're carrying, you were only supposed to climb. Doesn't that put things into perspective? You don't need to carry all that weight. You can climb over top of it. And the Dalai Lama said, people take different roads seeking fulfillment and happiness. Just because they're not on your road doesn't mean they're lost. So yeah, let people find their own way. Oh, here's one. Don't be afraid to give yourself everything you've ever wanted in life. People are often afraid of happiness. That was last week's episode. So stop it. And along with that, set a goal that makes you want to jump out of bed in the morning. There's something I need to do, because going to work certainly doesn't make me jump out of bed in the morning. I do it, but I'm not happy about it. Straight roads do not make skillful drivers. That's right. If everything is going your way, you don't learn and grow. So mistakes are good. Obstacles are good. And here's something from when I was thinking about becoming a minimalist. Clutter is not just physical stuff. It's old ideas, toxic relationships, and bad habits. Clutter is anything that does not support your better self. Yes, it's true. And if you ever find yourself in the wrong story, leave. Good advice. And here's a picture that says, don't watch the clock. Do what it does. Keep going. Yeah, I like that one. And here's a picture of a Buddha statue, and I'm sure the Buddha said it. Let that shit go. Yeah, that sounds exactly what he said 2,500 years ago. And here's a funny one. It says, when all else fails, try smoking a good cigar and have a stiff drink. If that doesn't work, have another. So I guess I wasn't serious all the time. And here's a picture of two people walking, and they're going into a tunnel, and the caption says, "When you go into deep conversation with someone who understands." Yeah, it's like you're living in your own little universe. That's the best. And Albert Einstein here says, "Be a loner. That gives you time to wonder, to search for the truth. Have holy curiosity. Make your life worth living." And he was a smart guy, so you should do that. Oh, and because it's voting time here in Canada, it says, "Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to pause and reflect." So yeah, if you're going the same way as the crowd, that might not be a good thing. And don't let your fears make decisions for you. And also a Zen proverb, "Let go or be dragged." The flower doesn't dream of the bee, it blossoms and the bee comes. Just be yourself and you'll find everything you want, guys. That's what that says. And because in the end, you won't remember the time you spent working in the office or mowing the lawn, climb that damn mountain, said Jack Kerouac. Pronoia is the belief that the universe is conspiring in your favor. The universe is trying to give you everything that you want. And Lao Tzu said, "New beginnings are often disguised as painful endings." Matter of perspective, gang. And happiness will find you when you stop hiding. Don't let the fear of what could happen make nothing happen. Candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. Very good. Nothing of me is original. I am the combined effort of everyone I've ever known. Yeah. You take it all in, and you create something new. Oh, here's one. Well, then get your shit together. Get it all together, and put it in a backpack. All your shit. So it's together. And if you got to take it somewhere, take it somewhere. You know, take it to the shit store and sell it, or put it in a shit museum. I don't care what you do, you just got to get your shit together. Get your shit together. That's a fun one. Throw away everything that doesn't bring you happiness. That's good advice. Get honest with people about who you are, what you want, and how you expect to be treated. Standards only scare off people not meant for you. Yeah, live your life authentically, and don't put up with anybody's crap. The universe is not in a hurry. You are. It's why you're anxious, stressed, and disappointed. Trust that what was meant to be yours will be yours. That's what we've been saying all along, isn't it? Follow your heart. Purpose will reveal itself to you only while walking your own path. Aha! Don't live somebody else's life. Live your own life. And it says here, you're allowed to discover and rediscover yourself. Change and progress as often as much as you please. I was going to say that over again. You are allowed to discover and rediscover yourself. Change and progress as... You're allowed to discover and rediscover yourself. Change and progress as often and as much as you please. Yeah, it's never too late to start over. And the last one that I shared, it was just a quick one. It says, your future needs you, your past doesn't. So yeah, always keep moving forward. And that's basically what these all say. Live the best life that you can, keep moving forward, do the things that you need to do, and don't let anybody stop you. Now, normally, I would end my program on a "and remember" quote, but I've just read I don't know how many of them to you, so I'm not going to do that this week. I'm just going to thank you for coming by. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and I hope you'll share the links with everybody and go to Soulforge Podcast on Facebook and maybe like the page if you haven't already. Share the links from that page. Check out all the memes that I share every day. Tell your friends and family about the show. Leave a review in the podcast store, and I hope you will come back next week. Thanks for everything. Talk to you next time. This has been another episode of the Soulforge Podcast. Find us on Twitter at SoulforgePod or email the show via soulforgepodcast@gmail.com. Soulforge is a production of Sean Vanderloo and Friends. You can find Sean on Twitter and Instagram at Darth Vaderloo. Remember to visit soulforgepodcast.com for all of our social media links and share the show with everyone you know. Thanks for stopping by the Forge. We'll keep the fires lit until your next visit.
No, never give up, never surrender.
This has been a broadcast of the ESO Network. Be part of the crew and help support our shows by donating to our ESO Patreon or by shopping through Amazon.com or the TeePublic store, which can all be found at www.esonetwork.com. The ESO Network, your station for all things geek.